out. Alright, so we're out here hunting today in Green Swamp West Wildlife Management Unit, or Wildlife Management Area. All the birds and all are coming out. I'm carrying I got my GoPro on. I got a GoPro on my backpack on my shoulder. So hopefully I can get some pretty decent footage out here. Get some animals on film and stuff. So I got my AR there. And I got my hunting revolver. Got my hunting revolver and I got my snake bite boots on. So I'm wading in some water right now. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera back around. Okay, I turned the camera back around the other way. So I'm trying not to be very loud. I'm just walking slow, taking my time up in here. So I'm walking in water right now. So I'm going to make my way up into this little oak hammock right up in here. Alright, while I'm out here hunting, I'm going to do a short video here that I'm seeing some things here that I seen last year. And I want to show you real quick. So I'm going to turn this camera around. So let me get the camera turned around and then I'll continue. Alright, so I've been, since I'm out here, I'm trying to watch for this. Let me take my glove off. So you can see this better. Last year I got in one area and I thought I was finding some Bigfoot hares. And this is what they look like. Alright, so I had a gentleman comment on one of my videos that I was finding vine moss. So I went out with another researcher and showed him too what I was finding. So we looked it over pretty good and looked around all the trees around the area. And I also tried burning some to see if they were actually hares, and I was getting different results each time I burned them. Sometimes they were burning and singeing, sometimes they were just burning like wood. So I was getting different results. And I kind of think that was dependent on the humidity and the weather. The more I think about it now. But here's some more here. Okay, so I thought I was finding Bigfoot hares there. So the more I'm seeing it now too here, and the more research I keep doing on this, and I started looking at them with the magnifying glass and a microscope. So I'm pretty sure these are vine moss. I'm pretty sure that's what I was finding first. It was vine moss. It looks just like hair from here, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is vine moss. So I've been learning to keep questioning everything I'm finding. So I'm going to look at it some more. I'm going to get some more of this and look at it here soon under the microscope. But that looks like vine moss to me now, that the more that I've been looking at it and the more we researched it last year. Alright, but I have found other hares since then in a different area on a barbed wire fence, and they are definitely hares. And I believe that they're the Florida skunk ape. I believe they're the hares from the Florida skunk ape. Because I wasn't finding them like normal Normal hog hairs would be on the bottom strand of barbed wire, and deer hairs are usually going between the wires, or either over the top of them. And I found some hairs too that I believe are bobcat hairs, which is probably actually fur. But I am in the area right now. I'm pretty close to the area where I was hunting one time years ago, and I heard a growl, and I'm pretty sure that was the Bigfoot or Florida skunk ape, wild man. I kind of like to call him wild man now because that's more of a better term. But I'm pretty sure that's what that was back then, was a growl. It was really loud. It was really loud, sharp, and crisp. And I had never heard anything like it before, like that. I'm pretty sure, we were hunting with dogs too, and I'm pretty sure it growled at my dog. And then my dog ran a hog out of there. So I'm pretty sure the skunk ape or wild man was, or some of them were in there hunting. Alright, so I'm going to actually make this in a separate video. I'll probably add more to it. Alright, I'm out here hanging out around these oak trees here, this oak hammock. Just going real slow and quiet and stopping and hanging out in places and listening. Doing a lot of listening. See if I hear anything moving around. So far there's been a lot of birds and stuff out. So I'm sure you can hear them in the video. Kind of change hands here. Scan around a little bit here. This way you can see what I'm seeing. The sun's just now coming up. So we're just a little ways from the Withlacoochee River. And there's also a Florida Natural Scenic Trail that goes pretty close to the river also, over in this side, over in this area. So we're not very far from that. The sun's right behind me. So we're off trail up in the oak hammock. Alright, so I'm filming with my phone. Alright, I'm going to switch hands again. I'm filming with my phone and with 2 GoPros right now. So I'm just trying to be real quiet here. So I'll just keep filming a little bit here and there. Trying to slowly pan around. That way you can see what I'm seeing. And then I got the 2 GoPros going. I just changed the batteries in one of them, or the battery in one. Alright. So this is the kind of moss that I'm really used to seeing. Moss like this right here. Trying to make sure you can see it good. I got the sun right behind me. this is the kind of moss I'm used to seeing. That vine moss, you got to be right up to it to see it, because it looks just like hairs. So this is some of the regular moss that you see on oak trees and out here in the woods and other places. There's some more right here. So that's the kind of moss you normally see. You see it especially in oak trees, you see it a lot. A lot of these oak trees have it. Alright, I've got a spider right here in front of me. Pretty big too, if you can see it. A big old spider web right through here. So I just try not to walk through them. If I can help it, I don't disturb them, but sometimes you got to get the spider web out of your way. So I can go around to the left over here and not disturb him. You may not be able to see the web too good, but you'll be able to see him with the sky behind him there. Alright, well, I stopped here to change out my GoPro battery here on my GoPro. I'm going to show you a couple of edibles out here. I've been learning more and more about the wild edibles. But any of this wild grass, as long as you're out here like this, away from any kind of vehicle and pollution, you can eat the wild grass. Every animal eats grass, even us. But that's edible, you can eat it. And also you have all these saw palmettos. And you have to use gloves. If you ever do this, you have to use gloves. Because these saw palmettos have sharp edges on them. But you can pull these out. And you can pull them out from the stalk there. And when you pull them out, it's got a little, about a 1-inch section on the very end of it. It's like cabbage. You can just eat it raw like eating cabbage. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of food out here. Because there's saw palmettos everywhere. So that's one type of food you can eat. And these are called beauty berries. There's a lot of them in here. As you can see, there's a lot of them. There's all up in here. And these are called beauty berries. Now there's a use for them too. I'll have to look again and make sure. But I don't think you can just eat them plain. But there's uses for them. I'll have to look in my edibles book again and see what it is. But these are called beautyberry. You can hear that airplane up there flying around. There's airplanes quite a bit that fly over these areas out here. Alright, so here in Florida we have the Osceola wild turkeys. And that's what I've seen here. So I'm going to point these out and show you where they were to hopefully help see them on video. But they do have a, this hunt we're on right now is a hog only. So I was just hoping to get the turkeys on video a little bit more. But they do have a special opportunity turkey hunt in the spring out here. See if this will work out. Alright, a while ago I saw two turkeys cross the road, the trail way down there. Alright. So apparently they went up into the, close to that cypress head. Alright. Then next I heard them right here on the other side of these palmettos. I heard them clucking. Alright, so then I saw one of them fly up in the tree. Something spooked it. So then a little bit later I seen it fly down over there. So I was waiting a little bit longer. So then I seen about 6 turkeys fly up in a tree over here. Something spooked them. So they flew up into these trees over here. These pine trees over here in front of me. So as I was waiting, and I was turned this way, so hopefully this is on GoPro. I saw one of the turkeys fly down over there. So we'll see if I see him again or not. But they have time to fly down and feed around. Alright, I'm starting to head on back towards the truck now. The sun's starting to go down. So those turkeys, they must have flew down. I thought I seen one of them. I thought I seen one fly down. So they must have flew down and moved on off. I was hoping they were going to come out close to me so I could get them on camera really good. We'll see how this turns out though, see if they if we can see them pretty good or not. Here's one thing I like to show. There's a lot of wildflowers in Florida. And that's how Florida got its name. La Florida, the land of wildflowers. As you can see, there's quite a few through here. All them little purple or lavender color blooms, flowers. I see a lot of them out here. I see a lot of the yellow ones. And also a lot of the wild sunflowers. But that's how Florida got its name, La Florida, the land of wildflowers. Alright, it's the second morning now of the hunt. here at Green Swamp West. Alright, so we found a trail different from yesterday. We're hunting a different area from yesterday than we did yesterday. So I'll pan around a little bit here and let you see what we got. I'm not very far from the truck yet. We've got a lot of pines out here right now, where I'm at now. And this trail I'm walking, this is like an old Jeep trail. We call it a Jeep trail. Logging trail, something like that. Alright, so you can see the sun starting to come up. Alright, so this trail had a marker there that showed a Bigfoot and pointing this way. And that's a Bigfoot camp back there. I'll pull it up online again and show it to you. Alright, so I'm just gonna walk on down here and see what I see what happens. See if I find another little trail or something to cut off on. Alright, we checked in this morning, and the lady at the check gate, she gave us our hunt quota. The lady at the check gate, she gave us our hunt permit. It's the same number we had yesterday. And she said there was 82 hunters had checked in and are out here hunting. And some of them hadn't checked in yet this morning, but yesterday there was 82 hunters out here, and there was only 5 hogs killed. I know there's a lot of hogs out here. That's not a very good ratio there. I would have thought there'd be a lot more killed than that. But they said there's a total of 225 hunters, I think they said, allowed out here. So there's only 82 actually checked in. And then some of those haven't checked in this morning. But only 5 hogs were killed yesterday. So I'm here at a little pond right now, hanging out here for just a little bit. The birds and stuff are starting to get active. The sun's coming up. It'll be up over the trees here in just a little bit. So I'm gonna hang out and listen a little bit, see if I hear anything, see if I see anything. Okay, I'm at a little pond here. I'm actually out here hunting right now, so I'm gonna do a separate video here and keep these separate, because I do fishing videos. I'm doing a couple hunting videos now where I'm out here hunting. I do a lot of hiking videos, and I also do some stuff where I've been finding what I believe is Bigfoot or Sasquatch footprints and hairs. So this is going to be one of those videos, so this is going to be separate from my other stuff. But I found a pond right here, so, and coming into this trail it showed a Bigfoot symbol in the arrow, and then above it says BSA. So I got to do some more research when I get home, because I seen there was a Bigfoot wilderness camp out here close to where we're at. I seen that on Google the other day when I was looking this area over a little bit. So I'm going to do some more research on that, and I'll add all that into this video here. Alright, so that's going to be added in following this right here. So this is going to be a future place where we're going to do some hiking and fishing right here. And doing some research, see if we can find some more tracks or activity up in here, stuff like that. Alright, I really like these times like this when I'm out here and you can hear all the birds, everything's active. There's frogs and fish moving around in the pond here. You can hear all kinds of birds and stuff. So it's really nice out here when you got all the activity. You can hear frogs jumping out here in the water. There's a plane starting to go by now. There's some crows right there. You can hear them calling. There's a lot of other birds too out here you can hear. So this area we're hunting this morning's a little different than yesterday. Yesterday we hunted around a lot of oak trees and oak hammocks. Figuring the hogs would be moving through there feeding, eating acorns off the ground. But this is pine flatwoods around here where we're at today. And the wild hogs, they'll travel out here around these pines and root around, rooting up insects and roots. They have really strong noses, really good noses. They can smell stuff a couple feet underground and root it up. And their noses are really strong. They can root up the ground a couple feet deep to get this stuff. But they have bad eyesight. They can smell really good, but they have bad eyesight. If you're close to them, you can just stand still and they don't see you. As long as you're not moving, they don't usually see you. So these two guys here, they shot at the hog a while ago when I was sitting there by the pond, and they were across from me up in there. So they were pretty excited about that. They shot at a big red hog. He thinks he missed it, but he said they're going to go back up in there and look around for blood just to make sure. But there's hogs in here. Right. This is just a little short video I'm doing, showing you all the different wildflowers in Florida that I'm seeing. And this is why I always liked that. I was watching, I always like to watch How to Do Florida with Chad Crawford and watch some of the stuff he does, traveling around Florida doing things. And every show he talks about Florida being named La Florida, the land of wildflowers. Alright, I had to stop a minute and get some water. I was coughing a little bit. So when I stopped and took my backpack off, I heard those two guys shoot again back down in that direction. So they said they were going up in there to look and see if they could find any blood where they saw that hog and shot at it. So they must have seen it again or seen another one, because they just shot again. That had to have been them down in there where they were, where they went to. Oh, I just changed the battery out here. So John just talked to two guys. They were the ones that shot a while ago when I was down there by that pond. He said they shot at a red hog and missed it. Here comes two more hens. How y'all doing?
What you got there, 5.56?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's got the 5-round magazine.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
we saw, we told your friend, the other guy with the lever action.
Yeah, yeah.
And all the way out there, when it's the open field, we saw a giant paw print, like 6 inches. The guy's a trophy hog. It must be like 400 pounds. And it was going that way, but then there was a trail that also went that way.
Yeah.
And then if you heard early in the morning, we took a shot over there at a rust-colored one.
Yeah, I heard you shoot. Yeah,
He took a pop shot at him. We don't think we got him, but we're gonna go back and check for a blood trail.
Yeah.
So he was like rust-colored. He was like brown. He was
Yeah.
about this big. He looked to be like 180 pounds.
Dang.
So they're here. They're just solo boars.
Okay.
Keep out for them.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty big. There's some old tracks around it. That was a pretty big hog that did that. Yeah. Yeah, you too. So that's pretty cool. He was pretty excited there about them seeing a hog and shooting it. And then seeing that hog wall over there. That was a pretty big hog that did that. There's a lot of hogs in here. We know because we've been hunting this. We hunted this years ago, pretty heavy. There was a lot of hogs in here. One of them cell solicitors. Most of the time out here we don't get a good phone signal. Alright, so 73 degrees. So this is showing Dade City, Florida, 73 degrees. Dang, 98% humidity. I could really tell yesterday. It got really hot and muggy yesterday. Alright, so you can see where we're at in Florida. We're off of Dade City, Florida right now. That's the closest town to where we're at. In Green Swamp West. On the entrance, you have to come around to the Dade City side and come in. Here's something else I wanted to show you too. These pine trees, these are slash pines, but these are all planted pine trees from where this had been logged years ago. So if you can see, those are straight in line. Those trees are straight in line. And then you got a row between them here. Then you got another row of pine trees that are straight in line. And then a gap in between them, and then another pine trees that are in line. These are all planted pines. These are the slash pines. But the hogs will be up in there rooting around. Deer like to stay up in them too and feed. They'll feed up in there. And over here you got a bald cypress swamp. That's a small bald cypress swamp there. And we got some oak trees back here. There's some oak trees right up here ahead. And out there's more pines. So these are all planted pines out here from when they used to log out here and replanted. And we've learned that back in the 20s to the 40s, the 1920s to the 1940s, they would also cut the pine trees and get sap out of them. I keep watching down both of these trails here. The trail to my left. This is a trail that goes up in there straight in front of me. And then my trail to my right. And then there's a trail coming up from behind me on my right. So I got some oak tree right here behind me for cover and shade. I'm kind of sitting here in the shade with just a little bit of oak tree here to cover me, so I'm just kind of sitting there, squatted down a little bit, just sitting here watching and listening. I got two cameras going. I got that one there and this one. I've been pretty much running them all day long yesterday, and I'll run them all day long again today. I've got several batteries for this GoPro here, this Hero 3. That's actually Danny's. He's been letting me use it. So the mosquitoes and the gnats are pretty bad out here. I've got the thermostat going, plus I've had to use the mosquito spray. I've had to put some of that on a few times too to help. But my GoPro is actually a cross tour. I've got several batteries for it too, plus I've got a way to, I've got a small battery charger that I can charge the batteries also while I'm out here. And then I stayed the night at John's house last night when we got back to his house. I stayed there and I brought all my charging stuff, so I charged the batteries as much as I could overnight while I was at his house to try to keep these cameras running all day today again. So I really like using this one for when I'm fishing and stuff, and I get real good footage with it. So I'm also using this one here. I'm hoping this one's going to give me a little bit better view if I get to shoot something. Maybe get to see me shooting at it a little bit better with the one up here on my shoulder. I try to keep watching it a lot and adjusting, because sometimes it'll face down or face back a little. So I try to keep a watch on it and keep adjusting it so I can get some good footage. So I'm going to try to look and see if I can find that one like Scott Carpenter showed in his videos. It's like a little pendulum, so the camera sits there, it'll set level. No matter how much you move, the camera will stay level. I'll have to check into that. Alright, so I'm just kind of showing you what I'm doing here. Alright, I'll stop for a little break there. And people can buy me on horses. Hopefully I got it on video, but my battery was dying right after they went by. And they went on around and went in front of my friend John. We were talking on the video. So I'm going to use up here and look around a little bit. There's some hog tracks right here. Right here, right there. a couple acorns. So the acorns are dropping. The deer and the hogs have eaten them. See, here's one. Something's already broke it open and ate it. Hog or deer, squirrel, any of them will eat acorn. Alright, so this is right here where we're hunting at this morning. Right here off the main trail here. So and it's also showing that as a nature trail right there. And it's a handicap trail too, where the somebody handicapped can drive off in there down that trail to hunt. They can go down there and hunt from their vehicle. So I'm gonna look this up when I get home too and Google that area, this area right here, and do a little more research here on this. And then we're gonna come back here hiking and get up in there. No, I'm good. Thank you.
fresh fruit.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Lieutenant Dan Fry.
Yeah.
This is the spring in this stuff.
Yeah. All right, John, I'm gonna head on up in here. I'm gonna head on up in here. Okay. So I'm walking up in this nature trail here. So this is all pretty thick up in here. Dirt road. I was wondering what that was I was seeing. I guess these are pecans. I was seeing some green ones back there on the ground. We drove around for a while. About like we did yesterday. We hunted in the morning. We ate something, and then we drove around for a little bit. So we're in a different area now. So we just keep moving around different areas and then get out and walk a little while and sit a little bit. Walk a little bit, sit a little bit. Just see if we come across a hog. So I'm on a Florida nature trail right now, close to the Withlacoochee River. There goes a couple of gunshots pretty far away. There was about 4 gunshots. That's pretty far away then. Alright, so I'm going to keep walking up through here quietly. There's a lot of water out here. We're real close to the Withlacoochee River. I'm sure a lot of this is from it. A lot of that water there is overflow, and then it goes through the culverts under the road here, over into the side here.
How about this?
Hey John, yeah.
That trail went about 1,200 feet and dumped me right back out on the road. I'm gonna be walking the road.
Yeah, that's what mine did too. Mine looped around and brought me back out on the road. So I'm walking the road in front of the truck, heading away from it.
All right, 10-4.
All right, my battery in my phone's fixing to die. All right, so this is the second day of our hunt. So we haven't gotten anything. We had a couple of young guys killed a hog this morning close to us. They shot at a big red hog, and then they killed a black one. We haven't seen one. We haven't seen any hogs out here on this hunt. But I got a lot of other footage here I'm going to show. I did take a lot of footage, so I'll be showing this. And then this will actually be the end of the video here. Alright, so thank you for watching.
How about this?
Hey John, yeah.
That trail went about 1,200 feet and dumped me right back out on the road. I'm gonna be walking the road.
Yeah, that's what mine did too. Mine looped around and brought me back out on the road. So I'm walking the road in front of the truck, heading away from it.